Hi everyone, this is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics, and this is a pre-recorded live stream. So now listen, I'm here to give you guys a message. I am away this Sunday. I'm in Canada. For all you Canadian people, I'm in your area. But right now, I just want to give you this message because you guys just know I just love you. So I want to talk about a topic that I came up with last week, and it is, do we really have free will? Or are we just here to learn? Now, there's so many people that have so many different ideas about what this means. But we're going to talk about it and we're going to be a little open. And again, this is going to be very short because I'm on my way to having some fun and I hope you are too. So enjoy this lessons. And again, we are talking about, do we really, truly have free will? Okay? And it might answer a lot of your questions. And again, no one knows exactly 100% why things happen. Not everybody do. Why bad things sometimes happen to people. Why do some people seem to struggle more than others? And why do some people who do wrong still end up prospering at the end of the day? Now listen, all of this boils down to spirituality, universal laws, and free will. So we're going to discuss this right now. Now, people may say, do we really control our lives? Do we really? And that's a hard decision because then you ask yourself, why did this happen? Why did that happen? I didn't put that out there. I don't know why that happened to me. But we're going to talk about the different ways things can happen to each and every one of us. The main thing is, from my perspective, I feel like, yes, we do have free will, but along our learning path. So it's almost like we can control what happens in our lives based on the universal laws. But at the same time, we are here to learn. Some people feel like, oh my God, like Yvette, why these things keep happening to me? And again, I tell people like, really look at each area of your life and see what is going well and what is not. And the main thing is what is repeating. What is repeating? We all are here to learn. I don't care who you are. If somebody's telling you that they're not here, their life is perfect, nothing's wrong. Hey, look, you may say that to put that out, but we all are going to go through something in our lives where we're going to have to question what's going on. I believe Earth could be looked at like a spiritual lesson, like a classroom. And we all came here to learn something, and we learn it through experience, okay? How can I say this? We learn through grief. We learn through love. We learn through forgiveness. We also learn through how to set boundaries. And a lot of us have that problem. People have problems with patience, courage, self-worth, looking in that mirror, everyone, and saying, I love you, or accepting the things that has happened in your past. We learn from being compassionate. Okay? How many of you guys are short-tempered and don't really have any compassion when other people tell you things? Okay? We learn by learning to let go and accepting things for what they are. Sometimes people look at your life lesson like it's a punishment, and it's not. Each and every one of us have free will in our lives. And a lot of this connective energy, this connective consciousness, this connective thoughts, to me, brings on natural disasters where a large group of people die at once. Do we have free will in this lifetime? Do we? Why bad things happen to good people? Again, we're talking about universal laws. Are you continuously all through the day thinking negative thoughts? We all do. But how much are you allowing that to consume you? By watching the news, by watching everything bad that happens to people. All of that is pre-programming, and you are actually putting yourself out there for those things to happen to you. The more you think about something, it becomes a belief. And then the universe makes sure that happens in your life. That's one theory. The next theory is, listen, things are going to happen. In our Bible, it states, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff that comfort me. So this is letting me know that we're going to have times that we have ups and downs, ups and downs. And it is up to us, our free will, on how we adjust and how we handle these things when they come into our lives. When someone passed away, yeah, we got to go through the grieving. We must go through that grieving. But at the end of the day, how are you letting that consume you? And I'm going through that right now. And I got to stop and say, whoa, Yvette, how are you allowing this to consume me? Okay? When we go through life challenges, it is not a punishment. If you look at it as part of your lesson here on this earth. Other people have free will too, with their thinking, with their beliefs. We have free will to experience life. Now, the choices we make can affect other people, like myself. But my lesson through that is how to learn from the situation. Okay? So what has happened to someone might be your lesson on how you adjust or how you release. And then you move on to another lesson. Start looking at your life and saying, where is my life changing? What is different? Okay? What is it that I need to work on? Do I have greed? Wanting, nothing's ever enough? Do I have easy anger? Or jealousy? Hey, look, I know we've been there. Like, shoot, I done did all the work. Why is she getting the rewards? Okay, we've been there. Be honest with yourself. Okay? What are you thinking about your health? What do you think about the way you look? Okay? Things that happen painful to other people is not a punishment. It is law, universal laws. And again, these universal laws are put in place so we can learn. That's why when we go through a relationship and it's not good and we're suffering, all of a sudden we get in another relationship and it does not work out. That's why when we want a job and we're so desperate to get that job, and then when we release and let go, all of a sudden you get that job and then you end up with 3 or 4 more jobs afterwards. These are all universal laws teaching you how to live on this earth. Your spiritual growth and spiritual lessons. Do not think when things happen bad that it's because you're being punished. Sometimes the lesson is, how do I heal from this? How do I reclaim my power? How do I not let this destroy the rest of my life? That's where I'm at. Okay? Why good things happen to people that don't seem to be good? It's because they're using the universal laws correctly by default or by knowing. The universe don't know or use, I'm a good person, but I'm thinking bad, so I'm excused. The universe just knows the energy you're putting out. But remember, there's also the universal law of karma. Whatever's going well in somebody's life, whether it's money, does not mean that person is happy at home. Somebody that don't have any money may be the happiest person at home because they got family, children, pets, a home. And they might not even realize how lucky or blessed they are. Money doesn't always mean peace, everyone. And again, we are here to learn. Happiness doesn't always mean I got to have it all. We are here to learn, and we are all here on our own journey. Okay? And I don't have proof of this. Only proof I have is that when you think negative, negative follow. When you constantly think negative, I call it the storm over your head. Where is your life right now? What's going on? Do you have a storm over your head when it comes down to money? Do you have a storm over your head when it comes to love? Do you have a storm over your head when it just comes about, when it all depends on just you? We are all here to learn. And yes, we have free will to go through that process. Do we repeat it? Do we accept it and move on to the next lesson? We have free will. We have free will to love ourselves, to think and believe we are success. We are abundant. We are happy. We are peaceful. We are healthy. Or we have free will to think the opposite. What in your life seems like a test to you? I want you to acknowledge this right now. This is Sunday morning. It's a pre-recorded live stream, but it's still a lesson. Sometimes what we look like is winning. It's not. It's not. You really need to know the things that are not going well in your life, that you have free will to change it. Change the way you're thinking. Change the way you believe. And it will change. The biggest question may not be why this happened. Sometimes the biggest question is, who am I becoming because of this? And you guys know, I've been through it. Am I becoming bitter or more wiser? Am I becoming closed or awakened? Am I repeating the wound or am I healing from the pattern? Am I giving my power away or am I learning to choose differently? I release, I let go, and I trust. Not only for my life, but for the lives of other people. These are the things that I want you to know. And yes, I do believe we have free will, but I also believe we are here to learn. And sometimes some things may be part of our soul lesson. Some things may come from other people to help us learn that lesson. Whether it's karma, contracts. I may have had a contract with my mom to keep her here all this time with me. And when it got time for me to retire and move on to the next step, she was going to leave. I don't know. I have no proof of this, but I really believe it was her time to go. Now, I'm still here. So what is my lesson behind this? No matter how much it hurt, what is my lesson? What am I here to learn? I learned so much, guys. The power is in your response to whatever it is you encounter every day. And that is your free will. Do you choose wisdom? Do you choose boundaries, forgiveness, respect? Whatever it is, just know you do have free will based on universal laws. but we will go in that valley of the shadow of death. How you respond when you are in the valley of the shadow of death is what will determine your next move, your next turn, your next doorway. So maybe free will is not all about controlling every single thing that happens on this earth. Maybe free will is about deciding who will we become while we are here. Do we learn? Do we awaken? Do we heal? Do we choose a different path every time it repeats until we get it right? This is a hard topic again, you guys. It's a hard topic because we sit here and we wonder why this is happening to me. Why didn't I get the raise? Why am I not married? Why don't I have children? What is the lesson for me? Do I really have free will, Yvette? Yes, you do. And based on your moves, your decisions, your beliefs, and your thoughts, you are using your free will to create your life. So that is my message for today. I love you guys. And again, do we really have free will? You decide. And namaste.